In this video, we'll discuss about what are rational numbers and irrational numbers, right? These are very important to study your ninth standard number system as well as your 10th standard real numbers, right? Rational numbers means everybody knows what are rational numbers. The numbers, the numbers which can be represented represented in the form of p by q, in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Already you have learnt about this in 9th standard. One more thing will add up in 10th standard, that is p and q are there, no? So these should be co-primes. That is very very important. Please concentrate on this. Okay, what I'm trying to say here, you'll get to know p and q, whatever are there, they should be integers. We know about that. They should be integers, there is no doubt, and q should not be equal to 0. That is also very very clear. But the thing is that p and q should be co-primes. And what is the meaning of co-primes? If you don't know what is the meaning of co-primes, then go back to the previous video and learn about co-primes. All right. Now, what do you mean by irrational numbers? Irrational number means the numbers which cannot be represented, in the form of p by q, where all this will continue, where p and q are integers, and q should not be equal to 0, and p and q are co-primes. That will also come. There is no doubt in that. That is also there. All right. Now let us get into properties of these rational numbers. All right. So what are the properties? Already definition we have seen and we got to know. Properties, for example, 2.4. Is it rational number? Yes. 2.4444, it is continuing. Is it rational number? Yes. Both of these are rational numbers. 2.4, 2.4 can be written as 24 divided by 10. That is there. All right. Then it becomes 2 ones are, 2 twos are, then 2 fives are. So it becomes 12 and 5. Now if you observe this, now this is of the form p by q. All right. And the p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, and p and q are co-primes also. That is one way of looking at this. Another way is whenever a decimal expansion is terminating. For example, if you see this 2.4, decimal expansion, whatever it's a decimal expansion is there, no? So decimal expansion, whatever it has decimal expansion, for example, 0.4 is there, no? This is a decimal expansion. So if the decimal expansion is terminating, if it is ending, okay, if the decimal expansion is terminating, then the numbers are said to be rational number. Very very important point. So what is the property of a rational number? If the decimal expansion is terminating, then definitely it is going to be a rational number. So this is the first property. Okay, now look at this 2.4444 continuously. Now is it possible for you to immediately write it in the form of p by q? No. 2.4 you wrote it as 24 by 10, that is there. But 2.444 continuously if you are writing, immediately you are not able to write. There is a method for this which you have learnt in 9th standard, but right now representing it in the phi by q form already you learnt in 9th standard, that is not required. So 2.4444 is said to be a rational number, that is for sure. Why? The second property says decimal expansion, if it is not terminating, decimal expansion I am talking about, okay, if it is not terminating, it should be repeating. There is one more word used here, so that is called as recurring. It should be repeating or recurring, then only it is called as rational number. All right. Now 1.2 is a rational number or not? Yes. Why it is rational number? Because it is having terminating decimal expansion. 1.2222, is it rational number? Yes. Why? Because it is having non-terminating is there, but repeating, the decimal expansion is repeating, no? So such numbers are said to be rational numbers. Very very important point. All right. Now afterwards, example for this irrational number. Example for irrational numbers. Okay, what are the examples for irrational number? For example, if I write 0. 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 2. So if I keep on writing like this, is there any termination? Is there any termination? There is no termination here. Is there any repetition? Is there any repetition here? There is no repetition also. So that's why this is an example for irrational number. And you have a very famous irrational numbers, which are they? Root 2, root 3, root 5, root 6, root 7, root 8, root 9 won't come, root 10, root 11, like that it keeps on continuing. All imperfect square roots. What are they? Imperfect square roots, whatever are there, imperfect square roots are irrational numbers. Whatever imperfect square roots are there, they are the example for irrational number. I hope you have got to know about the rational numbers and irrational numbers. So just to summarize the video, once again I'm telling you, rational number means it should be in the form of p by q, that is there, and p and q whatever are there, they should be what? They should be integers, and they should be co-primes also. What is the meaning of co-primes? Refer back to the previous video. Q should not be equal to 0. This is there. 1.3 is rational number because its decimal expansion is terminating. 1.33333, it is also rational number because even though non-terminating decimal is there, repeating decimal is happening there. So that's why. And irrational number means, what do you mean by irrational number? The number should not be there in the form of p by q, that is there, and 1.0100100001000001, it continues because there is no pattern here. It is a neither terminating, okay, no termination also, neither terminating nor repeating. There is no termination also, no repetition also. So that's why it is irrational number. And root 2, root 3, all that imperfect square roots I have given in that example. And if any number is like 20.1 2 3 4 5 6 6 7 3 5 2 1 2 3 5 4 3 1 2 6 7 I mean 6 5 7, something like that. I mean there is no termination also, neither terminating nor repeating. Such numbers are said to be irrational numbers. So that is the differentiation between rational number and irrational number. And p by q I have mentioned, no? So both of these are co-primes. That is going to be very, very important because that we are going to use to prove that root 2, root 3, root 5, all these are irrational numbers, no? To prove that we are going to use this property of co-primes. All right, anyway, so I hope you got to know about all these things. Like the video, give it a thumbs up, and share this good work with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because your subscription will give us a lot of motivation to do all these videos. Thank you very much. Have a good day and bye bye.